Hello, Chariho community. This is Gina Picard, Superintendent for the Chariho Regional School District. I would like to share with you information regarding the school budget in preparation for the school budget vote, which takes place on Tuesday, April 9th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Charlestown Town Hall, Richmond Town Hall, and Hopkinton Town Hall. The overall goal for our budget continues to ensure Chariho stays on track to provide high-quality education to all students. Budgeting time is never easy. However, it is a significant opportunity for us to share with all of you the return on investment for the tax dollars spent every year in our district and the budgetary needs to ensure continued success for our students. It is not lost on many of us that just 2 years ago, some individuals implied that our school data during the pandemic was not what our district had been accustomed to and questioned what the tax dollars were being paid to do. While the data across the state and our district just a couple of years ago showed a drop during the pandemic, we made a commitment to our families in Chariho and our taxpayers that Chariho educators, administrators, staff, and students were up for the challenge of coming out of the pandemic stronger than ever. We designed Vision 2026 and implemented strong school improvement plans while increasing parent and student voices. We developed school and district improvement teams that work led to us to highlight for you today some of our successes. Our budget remains centered around the investments we make every day to ensure our students have a high quality and rigorous public education. We are proud of the continued growth we continue to see each and every day, and we've only just begun. Our schools continue to make substantial progress, and as a result, Chariho has received several recognitions we should all be proud of. We have 3 blue ribbon elementary schools. U.S. News and World Report noted Chariho is 7th among all Rhode Island high schools in the state. All of our elementary schools substantially grew. 3 are in the top 10 related to state proficiency data. All of them are 4- or 5-star elementary schools. We offer over 20 career and technical programs, over 20 advanced placement courses, and Chariho High School is outperforming its peers in several areas in the state and globally. We received Rhode Island recognition for our commitment to advanced placement coursework. Richmond Elementary School educator Paige Letty was selected in October of this past fall, 2023, as the Rhode Island Elementary Milken Award winner. This is considered the Oscars of teaching. Chariho Middle School teacher Michelle Connery Britton was named the 2023 Middle School STEAM Educator of the Year. And Chariho Alternative Learning Academy teacher Adrian Buckley was named our 2023 Rhode Island Environmental Education Teacher of the Year. These are just a few of the highlights in Chariho. The Department of Education recognized Richmond Elementary School as a RICAS rockstar for achieving a 17% increase in their proficiency scores in English language arts and having 69% of their students achieve high growth in mathematics. You can see from this slide, all of our elementary schools made wonderful progress, as did our middle school. The Chariho budget is one of the most transparent budgets in the state. We challenge you to find another school district who has the amount of information regarding our budget on their website. All of our budget documents are posted on the district website. You can simply go there for our frequently asked questions document. And if you do not see a question that you would like answered, please feel free to submit that question via the Google form on the FAQ document or by emailing Ned Draper at the email noted on this slide. Our educators and staff are our most significant investment, as these are essential individuals who provide the instruction and support to ensure the overall needs of our students are met. We also have other requirements by federal, state, and Rhode Island statutes. needed to operate a school district. If you take a look at this slide, you will see some of the fixed costs that are required due to the needs and the state and federal requirements. We continue to ask our state legislatures to support us by asking that the state provide full funding for special education services, out-of-district tuitions, and transportation. Over the last 3 years, our school committee has approved a resolution supported by our towns to support funding for transportation in regional school districts to ensure that they fully fund this cost. This slide shows other areas that have been requested, like middle school and high school athletics. Very important to our students to ensure that not only do we provide a high quality education, but we ensure we have well-rounded individuals that have access to arts, music, and athletics. We hope you enjoyed Odyssey this past weekend, which was March 23rd, which really celebrated all of our students' talents across the district. The vocal performances, band performances, chorus performances, as well as visual arts, sculptures, and our industry arts. Like any other household or any other business, there have been increases with inflation across the district as well as the state and the nation. Salaries and benefits to ensure we have high quality educators. There was some aggressive cuts last year in healthcare, which caused us to have to make additional adjustments in this budget. Curriculum materials, tutoring, professional development required by the state, as well as our supplies for buildings and facilities. And like I mentioned earlier, out-of-district transportation, DCYF tuitions, and capital projects. We've been asked as well about the impact of ESSER funds. ESSER funds were utilized by the federal government to provide these funding sources to schools to ensure that we could adequately support our students through the pandemic. However, our state also had significant required state mandates that would have put a burden on our taxpayers. In order to alleviate that burden, our school committee decided to make these required through the ESSER funds to ensure we could alleviate as much tax burden as possible on the local operating budget. We have noted on this slide just a few of the laws in Rhode Island that we had to comply with and how the ESSER dollars were spent to ensure compliance. We're also asked, are you seeking any additional grant opportunities to also alleviate the burden from the taxpayer? Absolutely. We are really proud of the work we do with our development officer, Katie Karakosian, our teachers, and our administrators to ensure that we are accessing all the dollars we can to alleviate taxpayers whenever we possibly can. We received over $2 million in grants and have another $500,000 in the queue to be able to support the needs of Chariho students. We also want you to understand the revenue. There's state aid, there's local aid. The governor's budget gave us over $14 million in state aid, and it does fully fund transportation categorical, which is one of our largest budget expenses. We receive over $3 million from our out-of-district career and tech students. And when you think about all the work that we do, we're really proud that we try to keep our budget as lean as possible while still ensuring a wonderful opportunity for our children in public education. The way that tuition is determined is based on the enrollment shifts by town. While Charlestown and Richmond enrollment decreased just slightly, Hopkinton's numbers did increase. Therefore, when we look at our per pupil expenditure, you can see on this slide that Charlestown does have a higher per pupil student tuition than Richmond and Hopkinton. That's due to the fact that they have less state aid than Richmond and Hopkinton. Feel free to continue to reach out to myself or Ned Draper should you have additional questions on this slide. The budget placed in front of you for April 9th, 2024, has the contribution is an overall increase of 1.4%. It is important to understand that the current inflation rate is over 3%, and inflation has been anywhere from 3 to 8% in the last few years. So we are really proud of the fact that we can maintain a budget much less than inflation. We've also heard some confusing arguments regarding our fund balance. Fund balance is basically similar to how you would in your home have a savings account. It's to ensure we're not working paycheck to paycheck in case there's an emergency. The school committee has a policy that requires us to have a minimum of 2% fund balance, which is what we have currently in this budget that you'll be voting on April 9th. However, it can go up to 4% per their policy. During our recent audit on December 12th, 2023, the auditors explained while our fund balance is 2%, the recommended fund balance for a district of our size is between 5 to 7%. But our school committee recognizes the hardship on our taxpayers, but in essence, we tried again to be very lean whenever possible. This is a reminder that all of our budget documents are loaded on our website. On the main page, you will have access to the FY25 budget FAQ. If you go under Central Administration, you will find the Budget Office tab located Budget Documents, and you will see all the information you will need. I want to thank you for the opportunity for listening to this slide deck. Please reach out and don't forget to vote April 9th at your town hall. Thank you.